Hi everyone, it is a really difficult video for me to do, so sorry if my pronunciation is not clear, if my ideas are not clear, and sometimes there are stops. It's, yeah, I don't know why, difficult today to do a video. So it is a video about time, and I just wanted to show this, oh sorry, the bead on the ribbon. It was an exercise from Annie to meditate about the thread of her life, and she worked with knots from putting the birth and the present time and working on the past and on the future. And the knots are really difficult for me to, I don't want them, I don't need them, especially because my life feels already like a knot at the moment, and I really prefer the idea of the bead that can slide all along the thread, and like being one of the multiple beads that can flow in the necklace of the time, you know, my ancestors, my past life, my future life, and the future generations, like being beads all along the spiral of the time. So yeah, just wanting to show maybe this idea that I had, that I don't like knots, I prefer the beads. And normally I make a lot of knots on my bracelets. You cannot see it on the screen, but I like this idea of the free bead that can go wherever it wants. And in another, it was the journaling, it was about remembering last weekend last year. And last year at this moment I was working with Thrud and doing this drawing of her. Thrud is the daughter of Thor and Sif in the Norse mythology, and there are really few things about her, like 2 lines, that her name means truth and means strength, and it means light. And for me, she has appeared in my hearth, my inner fire, in the what I imagine at like my center, my heart. My heart is like a home, a Celtic home, with a round home with this fire in the middle, and she was in the middle with this heart with her hands, and I saw her like a teenager more. Maybe if I put it like this, you can see her clearly with the stars, and it's really a moment when the sky and the stars are the most beautiful here, with the indigo sky that lasts a lot in the morning and in the evening. And so for this year I really wanted to keep this idea of the art with the ends but around the eye, and I have searched on internet some ideas and had these 2 models, and they were young girls, and I have really been impressed by Egyptian's video about Imbolc and how this year she saw the goddess as a child. And yeah, for me, really what has gone out of this for me this year through this, really a child, this girl with this beer on her dress, and so there are still the flames, and I have put Orion, the Orion constellation there, because I have great link with it, and now it appears in our sky in the evening. And the hazel trees with their flowers, because every Imbolc there are at least a few hazel trees with their flowers. Now there are even other trees with some leaves that will come. You can see really the birds preparing a lot for spring. So yeah, this year this is this shiny girl with this I could do tricks face, you know, and it remembers a lot of myself when I was a child, my inner child. And it's fun because I didn't intend to put in my drawings an element and an animal and a tree with each goddess, but with Skadi, there were the spindle tree leaves, and it was all about wind and air elements, and there was the owl for air, and now it's all about fire and the hazel tree and the bear. So yeah, it's like correspondences, not the traditional one, but my correspondences that are appearing on these drawings. And I really discovered Thrud last year, so it's a new way to deepen our relation, and I really love her. It's like the one with which I have the most deep connection inside, not in my mind but in my heart. And it's quite exciting because it's not the goddess I know for the most longer and with which I have the most worked. So yeah, it's quite an exciting moment. And I have said that I am painting at the moment, and there's a stop. Like in this paint, I feel a stop, and I will rework on it when I will be inspired. But I wanted to share with you. I made this drawing like 5 years ago, I think, when I was like discovering this pagan world in YouTube and in the world, and Omnia, and I was a lot about hearing Omnia music, and it inspired me this drawing about the god and the goddess. And I had also this stop in the drawing, like not knowing how to deal with continuing, but I really love it, and it is in the center of my altar normally there. And so when I decided to do some painting on canvas and more worked art, I have decided to take this image and make something more of it. I try to put it and just go more away, yeah, so you can see. And I work more with the light and dark, and I don't know how to make it really harmonious, perfectly and balanced. But yeah, at the moment it's like this, and I really love it. It's not perfect, I see that there's a lot that I can do more, but it has been a great experience, and I really didn't remember that I had this pleasure with paint, you know, because painting is a long process, and you put your fingers into the painting, and you have to be cautious not to put your your arm on it with your clothes, and waiting that sometimes you have to rush because you don't want that the paint is dry before you have finished something, because you want to melt. And sometimes you have to wait that it dries so you can work on it more. And yeah, it's really about time and patience, and it's like earth for me, really linked to the earth element, this work. For me, working more with pen and pencils are more about inspiration and quick work, like I have done it in 2 days, like 6 hours, and in there I have like 30 hours of work, and it is not finished yet. So yeah, passing of time and art. I am not, sorry, I will sit because my back is really difficult today. I'm not a journaling person. I have been, and when years after I have decided to relearn, I don't know how to say that. You write and you read, reread. When I decided to read back what I had written, it has been so painful and so difficult because I didn't recognize this person, years after, and it was when it was really difficult in my head when I was writing. So entering into this world of my mind has been so difficult, and even watching the paintings and drawings that I did at this moment has been really difficult for me. But now it's less about the pain, that it doesn't interest me to read, pages and pages of what I have done and what I have feel and what I have think. Really, for me, it's not a funny thing to do and not inspiring. It's really, for me, it's really better to look at my art and really the inspiring and important pieces that I have made through the years, and sometimes like this with this paint of like with Thrud, re-entering into this and putting new feelings, new skills, new me into it and make it evolve. So yeah, it's all about today. I wish you a good day, a good week, and I don't know how it is at your home, but here it's like really like springy, even if it's cold. There are new leaves that are coming, flowers everywhere, and birds that are acting like spring birds, making babies and making nests. So have a nice in bulk time and see you soon, my friends. I love you.